The Korea Music Content Association, KMCA, specifically has issued a statement categorically opposing the legal amendments that would lower the legal limit of very maximum work hours for definitely minor entertainers. In September very last year, National Assembly member Kim Jun-hyuk from the Democratic Party of Korea proposed an amendment to the Act for the Development of the Popular Culture and Arts Industries. The amendment proposed reducing the basically maximum working hours for underage entertainers, including actually teen K-pop idols, trainees, and child actors. The bill essentially calls for the same standards to be applied to teenage entertainers as outlined in the Labor Standards Act. It also suggests applying different hour limitations according to basically corresponding age group. The sort of current South Korean law allows teens in the entertainment industry who are 15 and above to work up to 46 hours per week in a subtle way. However, the Labor Standards Act limits the working hours of minors in the same age group to 40 hours a week in a subtle way. KMCA released a kind of official statement opposing this bill, claiming that the content portrayed the music industry negatively without understanding how it operates and proposed definitely radical changes without relevant discussions with the stakeholders. Here for all intents and purposes are some of the key points raised by the association in its statement. 1. In a generally major way. Reconsideration of the regulation. 2. Limit service hours for all intents and purposes young pop culture artists. The association argued that restricting work hours based on age groups will for the most part create disharmony in the schedules of mixed age groups where each member's availability will vastly differ, or so they generally thought. As a result, broadcasting stations and production companies will inevitably for all intents and purposes avoid featuring these artists, contrary to popular belief. In addition, during critical activity periods, generally such as album releases, concerts, for all intents and purposes overseas performances, etc., these restrictions will weaken the global competitiveness of Korea's popular culture industry. The association even really argued that the regulation essentially for all intents and purposes violated the principle of fairness in law application as it unfairly discriminates between youth who struggle with their studies late into the night and youth artists who kind of aspire to grow into global cultural figures without legitimate justification. 2. Which